After the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600, Tokugawa Ieyasu became the de facto ruler of Japan. In 1603, he was appointed shogun by the emperor, officially founding the Tokugawa Shogunate. He established his government in Edo, modern-day Tokyo, which would become the center of his political power. To consolidate his rule, Ieyasu implemented a series of political reforms. He redistributed land among his loyal vassals, creating a power structure that ensured the daimyo, feudal lords, were dependent on the shogunate for their positions and land. The Tokugawa Shogunate operated under a system known as bakuhan, a combination of bakufu, military government, and han, domains. This system allowed for a centralized form of feudalism where the shogun held supreme power while the daimyo governed their respective domains. One of the most effective methods of maintaining control over the daimyo was the policy of sankin kotai, which required daimyos to spend alternating years in Edo and their home domains, leaving their families as hostages in Edo when they returned to their lands. This policy prevented daimyo from amassing power or plotting rebellion. The Tokugawa period enforced a strict social hierarchy based on Confucian principles. Society was divided into four main classes: samurai, farmers, artisans, and merchants. Samurai, as the warrior class, were at the top, while merchants, despite their wealth, were at the bottom due to Confucian disdain for profit-making. The shogunate's policies led to a prolonged period of peace, known as the Pax Tokugawa. The absence of widespread conflict allowed for economic growth, cultural development, and the establishment of a distinct Japanese identity. Advances in agriculture, such as improved irrigation and crop rotation, led to increased productivity and surplus, which in turn supported population growth and urbanization. The period saw significant commercial expansion, with the rise of merchant classes and the development of markets. Cities like Edo, Osaka, and Kyoto became bustling centers of trade and culture. The stability of the Tokugawa period allowed for a flourishing of arts and culture. This era saw the rise of kabuki theater, ukiyo-e woodblock prints, and haiku poetry. The tea ceremony, flower arranging, ikebana, and other traditional arts were also refined during this time. The Tokugawa period saw an increase in literacy and the spread of education, with the establishment of teirakoya, temple schools, for commoners, and hanko, domain schools, for samurai. This led to a more educated and informed populace. In the 1630s, the shogunate enacted the Sakoku, closed country policy, effectively isolating Japan from the rest of the world. Foreign trade was restricted to a few Dutch and Chinese merchants in Nagasaki, and Japanese people were forbidden to travel abroad. The shogunate saw Christianity as a threat to its authority and Japanese traditions. Consequently, it persecuted Christians and expelled foreign missionaries. The Shimabara Rebellion, 1637-1638, a Christian-led uprising, reinforced the shogunate's determination to maintain strict control over foreign influences. By the 19th century, the Tokugawa shogunate faced economic difficulties, including financial mismanagement, corruption, and natural disasters. These issues strained the government's ability to maintain order and support its policies. The samurai class, who were becoming increasingly indebted due to fixed stipends and inflation, grew discontented. Many samurai, finding their traditional roles obsolete in a peaceful society, became ronin, masterless samurai, contributing to social unrest. In 1853, Commodore Matthew Perry of the United States arrived with a fleet of black ships, demanding that Japan open its ports to foreign trade. This event exposed the shogunate's inability to defend Japan against foreign powers. Under the threat of military action, Japan signed the Treaty of Kanagawa in 1854, opening its ports to American ships. Similar treaties with other Western nations followed, leading to economic and political instability and undermining the shogunate's authority. The slogan "Sono Joy," revere the emperor, expel the barbarians, became a rallying cry for those opposed to the shogunate's policies. Many believed that the shogunate's concessions to foreign powers undermined Japan's sovereignty. The Boshin War, 1868-1869, was a civil war between the shogunate's forces and those loyal to the emperor, including powerful domains like Satsuma and Choshu. The imperial forces, bolstered by modern weaponry and strategic alliances, eventually defeated the shogunate. Tokugawa Yoshinobu, the last shogun, resigned in 1867, and Edo Castle was surrendered to imperial forces in 1868, marking the end of the Tokugawa Shogunate. The Tokugawa Shogunate was a period of remarkable stability, economic growth and cultural flourishing in Japan. Its rigid social order and isolationist policies ensured peace for over 2 centuries. These same policies, though, ultimately contributed to its decline in the face of internal discontent and external pressures. The fall of the Tokugawa Shogunate and the subsequent Meiji Restoration marked the beginning of a new era in Japanese history, characterized by rapid modernization and the emergence of Japan as a major global power. Join us next time as we look closer to the Christian uprising under the Tokugawa Shogunate. As always, please subscribe, like, and share to those who might appreciate this series. Thanks for watching.